Yeah, just having a bit of a play around this morning with the LS from the Commodore, trying to squeeze it into the Apache's engine bay, finding out what does and doesn't work and what I'm going to need. This here is the sump from the VT Commodore. It has the oil catch at the front and it slopes off towards the rear. That's not going to work. I found some dimensions for a few sumps from the States. That's a caddy one. That would work. The sump would stick maybe a ½ inch below the bottom of the cross member, which isn't too bad. However, that one there, the 126-28771 from the 98 to 02F bodies, will fit perfectly, and we can just slide that back. It gives me plenty of clearance backwards. The sump sits about an inch above the bottom of the cross member, and I get clearance everywhere I need it. As you can see, I can put my whole hand down under here. The only problem I'm going to run into, and I'm going to have to do some homework with the Corvette, C4 Corvette guys, is this little nipple for the front of the power steering hose is going to be in the way. So what I think I'm going to have to do is modify this bracket here and the one on the other side, take a little C-section out of it, just to drop this edge here a couple of mil, which will allow that to pivot forward and sit directly underneath the valve body cover, which it is pretty much doing now. I can't go any further back because this is already sitting on the firewall, so some massaging, if I do leave it here, is going to be required. I don't want to massage the firewall yet until I've talked to Vintage Air, because I need to know how much space over here they require. It shouldn't make too much difference. What else have we got? Oh yes, the power steering. So the rack's going to come down here and go through here. Oops! No, it's not going to go through there. As you can see, it needs to come right out through here, so I'm going to have to make or customize some new brackets for there. That's not too hard. I'll probably just use some tubular stuff. The whole reason I'm doing it that way, I want to get it down and back as far as I can, which means the transmission doesn't hit the floorboards and gives me a bit of room above it, and it keeps it nice and level for the diff. And I also want to run a Edelbrock Super Victor intake manifold, one of the EFI ones with the fuel rails through here, nice and big and tall, 2150 throttle body and air filter on top, just for that old school look. I'll probably end up mounting the coils over here on the inner guard fender just for sake and ease of it, but we'll see when time allows. At the moment, the main concern I have is that steering rack, and I'm going to contact the guy just a couple of k's away from where I am and see if he can't come and have a look at it one night after work this week, and maybe we can change that nipple, maybe make it a little right angle so it comes forward, and then I can put the pipe off that or something, I don't know. So that's it for now. Hopefully you get the idea. We're going to have to do some massaging.